Te whānau. I hope everyone had a mean Christmas and looking forward to the New Year. Everybody probably had the meanest munches and you got all these leftovers. I want to show you a couple of recipes that you can use for your leftover glazed ham. My mac and cheese and the other one is for a ham and egg pie. I'm going to do it in 2 parts. I want to thank you guys for liking and following. Let's go. Sweet. So now everybody knows that glazed ham or ham on a bone is not cheap at all. It's quite expensive, so we don't want to waste anything at all. I am going to use about 2/3 of this ham and keep the rest for like just some sandwiches or whatever. I want to dice them all up like that. I'm going to separate them into 2 because we're going to make 2 different recipes. The first one we're going to do is a macaroni and cheese. Now I haven't got any macaroni elbows, so I'm just using spiral pastas. This is 500 grams worth. Boil it up, put some olive oil in there and some salt. And now we're going to make our sauce. I got 150 grams of butter. Going to melt that down. And then I'm going to add the onions. You don't have to use red onions. I just had these on deck, so I'm using those. You can use just normal white onions, not a problem. Then I'm going to put about 2/3 of a cup of flour in it. And we're just going to stir that up. One thing about making a roux, a sauce for your mac and cheese, is always stirred. Like, you don't want anything to stick at the bottom. You don't want anything to burn. Sweet. So that's the consistency we're after. And then we're going to use about 1 liter of milk and just put a little bit in at a time. Like I said, whānau, once again, just continuing to stir. And then I've got 500 mils of cream. This is just going to add like a little bit extra creaminess to it. You don't have to, you can continue with the milk, but there's 500 mil extra there. And it's really important to keep stirring that because it's cream and it can burn really fast. Little salt and pepper to season, a teaspoon of mustard powder, give that a stir. That's the consistency we're after. Now you can put as much cheese in as you want. I put about 2.5 cups, and we're going to put our ham in there. And then preheat our oven to 180 degrees Celsius. We're going to put our sauce in there into a roasting dish with our pasta. We're going to give that all a good mix. And from here, we're going to add some breadcrumbs, as much as you like. I just like to get a nice dusting over the top. And then maybe about 1.5 handfuls of cheese just on the top there. Some cherry tomatoes if you like tomatoes. If you don't, you know what to do. Leave them on out. Put that in there for about half an hour, and then our mac and cheese is finally done. It's looking good, smelling good, and we're ready to serve it up to the whole whānau. Hope you guys enjoyed this recipe. Thank you for your follows and likes. Kia ora.